Science has a rule. Once a species is declared extinct, it's gone. No exceptions, no comebacks, case closed. But the jungle doesn't read science papers, and the ocean doesn't care about rules. These are 7 creatures the world gave up on that might still be breathing. In 1936, the last Tasmanian tiger died alone in a zoo, locked outside overnight. No ceremony, no one watching. The species was declared extinct, case closed, except people keep seeing them. Since 1936, there have been over 5,000 reported sightings across Tasmania and mainland Australia. Farmers, rangers, hikers, all describing the same animal. Dog-sized, stiff tail, stripes across the back. In 2021, a trail camera in northern Tasmania captured something moving through the bush at night. Low body, long tail, striped. The footage went viral. Scientists couldn't confirm it, but they couldn't rule it out either. Here's what makes this different from every other maybe extinct animal. In 2023, a genetics lab announced a project to literally bring the thylacine back. Using preserved DNA and gene editing. They aren't doing this because the animal is definitely gone. They're doing it because the habitat is still there. The niche is still empty, and 5,000 people say it isn't empty at all. 60 feet long, teeth the size of your hand, a bite force that could crush a pickup truck. For 20 million years, the Megalodon was the ocean. Everything else was prey. It went extinct 3.5 million years ago, officially. But 2 Megalodon teeth were dredged from the Pacific floor and dated. One came back 11,000 years old, the other 10,000. That's not prehistoric. That's within human history, after we were already building civilizations. The standard explanation is manganese coating, minerals that made the teeth look younger than they were. Most scientists accept that. Most. We have better maps of Mars than our own ocean floor. The deepest zones, below 20,000 feet, have barely been touched. In those trenches, the pressure is so extreme that sending anything down is nearly impossible. And the temperature down there is cold enough to sustain a large predator's metabolism far longer than surface waters. Is the Megalodon alive? Almost certainly not. But almost is doing a lot of heavy lifting in that sentence. In 1920, a French diplomat stationed in Siberia received a report from a fur trapper. The trapper described seeing a massive, hair-covered elephant moving through the snow near the Siberian tundra. 2 of them, alive. Nobody believed him. The woolly mammoth officially disappeared around 4,000 years ago. Most of them died out 10,000 years ago with the Ice Age. But a small population survived on Wrangel Island in the Arctic Ocean until roughly 2000 BC. That means mammoths were alive while the pyramids were being built. Siberia covers over 5 million square miles. Most of it is permafrost, forest, and emptiness. Entire lakes go undiscovered for decades. In 2013, scientists extracted liquid blood from a mammoth carcass frozen in the ice. Blood that was still flowing after 40,000 years. Like the thylacine, there's now a de-extinction project underway. A company called Colossal Biosciences is engineering a cold-resistant elephant with mammoth DNA. Target date? The end of this decade. They wouldn't be building it if the habitat couldn't support it. And the Siberian tundra hasn't changed much in 10,000 years. Something that size, in a place that empty, with fur designed for exactly that climate, the math isn't impossible. It's just uncomfortable. 12 feet tall, no wings, not even small ones. The moa was the tallest bird that ever lived, and it dominated New Zealand for millions of years. When the Maori arrived around 1300 AD, they hunted it. Within 200 years, every moa was gone. One of the fastest megafauna extinctions in history. But New Zealand is 90% wilderness. The Fiordland region alone has valleys that have never been surveyed on foot. In 1993, hikers in the Craigieburn Range photographed what they said was a large, flightless bird disappearing into dense bush. The photo is blurry, inconclusive. In 2008, a feather was found in a cave in the South Island. DNA testing confirmed it belonged to a moa species. The feather was estimated to be less than 500 years old, far more recent than the official extinction date. 500 years is a long time, but it's also a much smaller gap than we were told. Java has 150 million people, nowhere to hide. The Javan tiger was declared extinct in 1979, but Java's western tip has 300 square kilometers of jungle that humans rarely enter. In 2022, hair samples from that jungle were DNA tested. The match came back Javan tiger, not Sumatran, not leopard, Javan tiger. Peer-reviewed, published. The hair was fresh. Something that isn't supposed to exist left it behind. This one isn't a maybe. The coelacanth went extinct 66 million years ago. Same event that killed the dinosaurs. Case closed for decades. Then in 1938, a fishing trawler off South Africa pulled one up, alive, unchanged. 66 million years, and it looked exactly the same. They live in deep underwater caves, 500 feet down, dark, cold. We had no idea they were there. If something can hide for 66 million years, what else is down there? 20 feet long, 8,000 pounds, claws the size of machetes, gone 10,000 years ago. But deep in the Amazon, indigenous tribes describe a creature called the mapinguari. Walks upright, tears down trees, smells like rot, screams for miles. Every description matches the giant ground sloth. Expeditions have found claw marks too large for any known animal, flattened trails too wide, and vocalizations that don't match any cataloged species. Tribes that have never contacted each other describe the same thing. That's a lot of people agreeing on something that supposedly doesn't exist. Every animal on this list was declared gone, written off, filed away. But extinction is just a word, and the wild doesn't always listen. If you want to see what else science got wrong, the next video is already on screen. Subscribe, because this list is far from over.